What is up? It's good to be with you all. We're glad to be here. Let us know if the audio is okay because it seems to screw up every time. I did test it, but again, it always seems to mess with me. So good to have you here. We're going to be talking Dynasty Fantasy Football tonight. A lot of people are asking, like, I see Bajords in here. He's like, when's the startup draft? Well, it's what we would be doing tonight, but Sleeper cannot get their act together.
Sleeper is garbage.
I've officially taken matters in my own hands here, and I have messaged Sleeper. And I saw that. Holy crap!
It's getting another little spiky again.
I tagged Sleeper on Twitter. So I mean that's pretty much all I can do, right? I don't know who else to contact at Sleeper. There is no contact information for them. We know after doing business for a really long time.
Mystery people.
They are, and so the Sleeper ADP still hasn't updated. So we could do a startup draft if you guys can draft without ADP. It just makes it really, really difficult because you essentially have to keep track of who's gone, who hasn't on your ADP list by yourself. So good. The audio is good. Yeah. What's up? Yeah. You go repost that, Chris. It's ridiculous at this point, but I would love to be doing a start. Honestly, we had a video plan for a startup draft that we just have been postponing because we haven't been able to do startup draft.
And postponing.
So it's getting postponed another. I don't know what else to tell Sleeper, but, we are going to be answering your Dynasty questions. So you can submit your questions through the link at the top. You can also submit your team through that link as well. We'll be doing a couple team reviews tonight as well, getting a couple team blueprints for you guys. Obviously, we have our rookie draft guide available to you on the site, as well as the ADP, or sorry, the rookie draft guide in the blueprint that comes with the annual MotherFlocker tier. So, but I'll show you how to go do that, and we'll be answering your questions. We're going to have a couple different things go on tonight. It should be a lot of fun. Make sure you drop a like. I did also put down here, we're going to give away a blueprint. 150 likes is the like goal. So if we hit 150 tonight, we'll give away a blueprint. I am watching closely. We're at 16 right now, so everybody's going to have to probably drop a like for us to hit that goal. But we will give away a team blueprint tonight on the stream if everybody likes the stream. So cool. Let's. What's up, Chris? Let's see who's here. Dan is here. Got a guy trying to get Bowers from me. Should I take a first and A-Rich for Bowers while his value is high? No. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't even entertain
Not
it.
enough.
And Chris says rip Brooks, which somebody said if you drafted Brooks, that face. Yeah, that's the face I've been making pretty much all week.
Brooks is dead.
It sucks. We loved Jonathan Brooks. We were big Jonathan Brooks fans. We were very big on him on this channel. And I do think had Jonathan Brooks stayed healthy, he would have been that good. But when you have something like this happen and you re-tear the same ACL,
that's not a good sign.
It's not good. You're talking about J.K. Dobbins level stuff right there. So
but
unfortunately,
worse because Dobbins never re-injured anything technically.
Yeah,
his was multiple things.
Yeah, so
bad.
So regardless, it's a sucky situation. He's going to lose literally all of his value in Dynasty. If you can get him for a late third. Yeah, I'd buy low. But if you're trying to sell him for any more than that, nobody's probably going to buy. I'm just going off of what I've seen. So let's jump over. I need to start the stream mode real quick on the site. I will show you guys again. We have super chats off on our channel, not because we don't want you to support us, because obviously we do. But the reason we have them off is because we are doing all that through the site now. And most of you guys, I think, hopefully are over on the site already. But basically what it is instead of you looking at us full screen with your little comments at the bottom, like we have right there with Chris's comment, you get to, your question's going to pop up here in the feed, and we can actually like look at your Dynasty team and give you actually specific Dynasty advice. It's very specific. So we're going to be doing this all off season. And so, once you have an account on the site with code domain, by the way, it's pretty easy. Personal advice up here. You can submit a trade question to us where we can view your entire team and give you some trade options. So start sit question obviously is going out of business, pretty soon. Team review. This is how you get a team blueprint over here on the right. And then the super chat. If you just want to chat something and ask a question, that's the far right over here. The super message is literally just a super chat. But it's better because again, you're going to get a better experience like this. So that's how you do that. Please open back up stream mode. Thank you. And we, like I said, we do have a couple team reviews in here that we are going to go with tonight as well. But I did pin the link to get any of your questions answered. Let's. What do we want to do first? Let's start with our freaking. Let's start with our would you rather.
Our thing.
We would guess. Watch this, Nathan. Bye. You're gone.
Yeah.
I had to pick one side of the screen, and I figured they'd rather see me. So we posted this on the Discord
Yeah.
earlier, and I'm curious to hear your thoughts in the comments.
You
But
could block both of us and put it right in the middle.
no, that would be weird.
That was a joke.
We posted this earlier on Discord, and we're curious to get your thoughts on it. In Dynasty, would you take Josh Downs or Terry McLaurin? Now, somebody phrased it this way in the Discord, and I actually agree, but let us know in the comments who you're taking. Somebody phrased it this way in the Discord, and this was a perfect summary of what I thought about this. And it was Corey. Corey Brennan, Downs is better at every metric that the wide receiver can control, but Terry has better stats from a better quarterback. If you think AR can improve with the Colts upgrade at quarterback, I think Downs is a clear winner, not to mention age. And this is 100% true. If you'd like to see a full screen version of this graphic where you can actually read it, you can head over to the Discord. If you're a domain MotherFlocker, you have access to our Dynasty channel where we talk all the time. But basically, the only things you have Josh Downs winning in are target rate and route win rate, which I don't think that should surprise you. Josh Downs is one of the best route runners in the NFL. But the QBR per target is what stood out to me. Second for Jaden Daniels and 55th for Josh Downs.
That blew me away. When
Yeah.
I saw that, I was like, holy crap. And that's kind of something that Christopher highlighted too. He was talking about the fantasy points per target. He said Downs is better on the wide receiver alone metrics. The fantasy points per target is relatively even. You've got the same fantasy points per route run. They literally are identical in fantasy points per route run.
Yeah.
I think they're both at 0.55, so just over half a point per route run, which is super impressive, by the way. Then you got Downs with a larger target share by 9%, which is wild.
Yeah.
It's the target rate specifically. So when the wide receivers are on the field, how often are they being targeted? Downs is close to 1 in 3, and Terry is like 1 in 5. So it's quite a big difference there. Then you've got a 14% better route win percentage in favor of Downs. Plus, he's usurping Michael Pittman Jr. in his second year. Downs is in Indianapolis, and the age. Obviously, I think the biggest discussion here is going to be the age, because you've got the benefit of Terry being tied to Jaden Daniels, and then you have the benefit of Josh Downs being young. So do you favor the age and Dynasty in a worse situation, or do you favor the true talent and ability of Jaden Daniels and that offense overall and the upside that they're offering, which is enough for Terry McLaurin to be wide receiver 4 in the year, even though he's going to be 30 years old at the end of the season?
Yeah, so we had a couple different guys in the comments. Toronto Dave says he liked Downs. Trig says if you're competing McLaurin, if you're rebuilding Downs, I think that's a fair answer as well. Downs a whole round after Terry, which is a good, that's a really good value. Price, if that's their price, I'd take Downs. But I do think in terms of ranking them in Dynasty, I think they're in the same tier. Yeah. So, you can let us know what you think in the comments about that. But that was kind of our discussion of the day. It is interesting. We're kind of trying to remove ourselves a little bit from the bias that might come with being a Colts fan and also being the biggest Josh Downs fan in that, like, of that cycle.
You need a Downs jersey.
He was my fave. I do. I feel so bad for him. I feel like he's being wasted in Indianapolis.
Everyone's being wasted in Indianapolis.
Yeah, that's not incorrect. But I did say this, but if you're just joining us, make sure you drop a like. 150 likes, and we're going to give away a blueprint tonight. So let us keep letting us know about Terry versus Downs. I think, again, my cop-out, I call it a cop-out, but it really is how you should probably evaluate Dynasty players, is they're in the same tier for me. So I understand that's kind of a non-answer, but like I think what that means is basically like if I have multiple Dynasty leagues, which I do, I'm going to own Terry in one, I'm going to own Josh Downs in another. Like that's just how that's just how I play. When I have guys in the same tier, I like to take different guys from different tiers in different leagues. And so that's kind of my answer.
Unless it's JMO.
Unless it's JMO, I don't have any JMO, which has been bad and then good again and then bad again because evidently he's back now. So
right. But yeah, that's a ton of good discussion in the Discord chat over at flockfantasy.com/domain. You get access to our exclusive Discord.
Yes.
When you sign up with code domain. So all this talk about Terry and Downs and all those guys that we're shouting out, I mean, that's all happening through our exclusive Discord channel. So if you want to check that out and sign up with code domain for the annual MotherFlocker tier, you get a free blueprint. You get, again, personalized one-on-one advice from us, and you get to talk to us and have these discussions consistently every single day in the Discord when you sign up there with code domain. So the link's in the description, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's always linked. It's linked somewhere. What's your feeling on JJ McCarthy right now with Sam Darnold? I'm gonna say this confidently all season. McCarthy is the starter there next year, no doubt. What did you do with Olave in the offseason? He's my wide receiver 4 by Dynasty ranking. If he's your wide receiver 4, I would buy him. He's not my wide receiver 4.
Who?
Olave.
Oh, wow.
Well, that's high for Olave. Olave right now in the community rankings is the wide receiver 23. So
Yep.
I'm personally fine with that value right now. I think he leans buy, if anything. Why not just draft without an adjusted ADP? Just draft without it, right? We can, but people here who are multitasking or not diehards or can't have 2 screens up would struggle with that. We'd have a lot of auto picks on a fast draft, and we don't have time to do a slow draft. So
not even auto picks, just misses on players. Like
Sleeper,
I forgot he was there.
Yeah, Sleeper is best piece of garbage. That's true. Hold Ben Sinnott. At this point, yeah, I think I would hold him. He's still got upside. What would you need on top of Marv to trade away Puka?
A first at this point.
A first. Yeah, I prefer Puka a tier above Marv right now.
Yep.
What's up, Toronto, Dave? Just traded Odunze and Ayuk to get neighbors. Hate or love?
Don't love.
I don't hate. It's probably fine.
Yeah.
It's probably fine. Yeah, I probably would have preferred the package there with the upside and the recent performance of Odunze. Odunze had 2 touchdowns, I think, yesterday.
Yeah.
But I get why you would do that. So
where is Odunze?
Yeah, at that rate, Ayuk is just somebody that I want to hold on to in Dynasty because his value is going to go up. So
Odunze's at almost 600 yards on the year. So he's had a couple good years.
He's just been somebody that has been either A, stuck on a bad offense,
not gonna lie,
or
kind
B,
of exactly what we expected.
Stuck behind 2 wide receivers who are just going to get more targets than him at first. So
yeah.
Who should I buy?
Mixon maybe?
Probably Hunter over Genty, I think.
Depends on how much weight your IDP settings carry in the outcome of every single game, right?
Yeah,
so,
it does.
If it's pretty heavy IDP or even equivalent to like the impact that your exclusive offensive guys are going to have, you probably want to go.
Can you start Travis Hunter on defense and offense, or can you still only start him at 1? Like, I don't know. I don't play in IDP leagues, so I don't know.
Well, you would start Hunter in your IDP.
Good question.
Spot.
Would you trade a late 25 first for any of Kamara, Mixon, or Chase Brown as contender? Chase Brown for sure. Mixon for sure. Kamara, I don't know about Kamara, but I would do it for Chase Brown and Mixon. The late first this year is not. I'm telling people to trade their late first. So, would you pay a late first for Kamara?
I have no issue paying my late first for any 3 of those guys.
I honestly don't think so either. Yeah. So, all right, you want to jump on and do this one?
Yep. Let's do it.
So, we're going to do a team blueprint right now. I'll drop the link if you want to get your team reviewed on the live stream. If you do submit for a live review, I can guarantee you that we're going to do it tonight because right now we only have 2. From Booty Clap King and from BT Wishman. So let's jump into it real quick. Keep asking your questions in the comments, but you can also, again, ask questions through the site and stuff like that. But it's going to be good to kind of talk about the value of some of these players as we've kind of gone through in the Dynasty season, I think. And make sure you drop a like, 150 likes, and we'll give away a team blueprint tonight to you guys for free. We'll just draw. But let's get into it. Booty Clap King is going to be our first one here. This is a 12-team 1 QB PPR league. So again, a 1 QB, but it is a 12 team. He says, this was my first Dynasty league. I drafted it last year. It didn't end up so good. It's a 2 PPR tight end premium. I've tried shopping Mahomes, and nobody wants him for a decent price.
This is a super flex, by the way. That's incorrect.
Really?
Yep. It's incorrect.
So. Oh, geez. I did not know that. I hope we haven't been getting that wrong.
No, we haven't been. We get it right.
Okay.
So.
Also, my first will be the 101. I'm assuming Booty Clap King's on here, right? He's the one. Witchman said he wasn't going to be on here, right? But
yeah,
Booty Clap. So if you're here, Booty Clap King, just verify it's a super flex. We're pretty sure it is, but he does have the 101 on this team, and it's the team at Mission Impossible. So it's going to be right here at 1-25. We don't see that record very often in Dynasty League, but this is clearly going to be a future value or a rebuild or something of that sort. Yeah. So again, 12 teams. It says super flex, so let's grade it like a super flex, and I'll check for his comment, but. He said it's a super flex. Boom. Perfect. Okay. So, Mahomes, McCarthy in a super flex league, that's going to be a 5 or 6. I'll let you decide that.
I'll go
running back is a 1 or 0. Devonta Smith, Ayuk, Dell, Tillman, McCaffrey, McMillan. In a 12 team, that's probably like a 4 or 5, probably a 5. Hawkinson, Kraft is
probably a 4. Honestly, your highest upside guy is going to be Ayuk,
and then Hawkinson, Kraft is a 7 or 8. You got 2 guys there, so
yeah.
And then in terms of your picks, it doesn't look like you have any extra picks except an extra 4th, but he does have the 101. So his draft capital score is going to be slightly higher here. I would probably give
Extra
this
4th and extra 26 second. Okay, good. And then how's our depth score looking here?
Yeah, I'll let you look at that.
Nothing wild. I'll give you a 1 out of 10 here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Based on the cornerstones that you own, only the 101?
Yeah, I think so. Well, I mean, Mahomes.
Yeah. We'll go future value.
Okay. So rebuild, contend here is going to be your 3-year outlook on this one.
So rebuilding in 2025, ideally contending in 2026.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So you said the problem is he says nobody wants Mahomes for a decent price, and then he's got the 101. So
Well, that's good to know.
I would say explore down tiers from the 101 when the time comes is something that I would write as a suggestion here. I don't know. Do we want to trade away right now?
I'm still down tiering from Devontae Smith.
Yeah.
I'm
All right, let's do it. Yeah,
so
I'm good
down
with that.
on him and his metrics right now.
Yeah. Okay, so Devonta.
He's fallen a bit.
So with Devonta, some trade ideas for you here. Like you can still get Josh Jacobs for him. You can still get.
You would not want Josh Jacobs as a future value team.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
going to want to target multiple wide receivers. Maybe a quarterback like a Penix who will be starting by 2026.
You can get
most
McCarthy
likely.
for him.
He has McCarthy.
You can get Chris Olave plus. In that case, I don't mind Olave.
Olave is a really good target here. Honestly, Josh Downs is not a bad target either.
What about Keon Coleman? I love Keon Coleman for
was
this
the other
team.
guy I was going to mention. Yeah.
And then, I mean, honestly, I'm not giving him any freaking running backs, I don't think.
No.
You gave him a quarterback. Okay, cool.
I would. I'm also just going to, a couple other guys here that I'm going to shop. I'm going to shop Tank Dell. Just see if you can get a better guy again, like a guy like Chris Olave in that range. I prefer Olave long term over Tank Dell. And then Cedric Tillman, let's shop him and see if you can get kind of a safer situation. And Judy's emergence is really hurting Cedric Tillman's upside outlook, in my opinion, not to mention Jameis Winston. And his volume is ridiculous, but that's not sustainable because he's not a sustainable long-term starting quarterback option.
Sure.
So that's just going to be a knock and cap the ceiling of almost everyone in that offense who isn't the top 2 options.
Yeah, and I agree with that. That's kind of where I was going.
So,
go
yeah,
with
Michael Penix is a really great target for you. We already mentioned Olave. Downs is going to be a solid one if you can get him at a discount with the recent shoulder injury coming off of the bye, and then Keon Coleman in the Bills situation.
Yeah.
So we're going to explore down tiers from the 101, like Avery already said, when the time comes, the time being when it reaches its peak value. And then I would say build your value primarily through wide receiver upside, through wide receiver value upside. Try to maximize the value premium or the value wins that you can get by investing in guys who you know their ceiling is higher than where they're currently being valued.
Yeah. Hold every single one of your future picks, especially your 26 picks. You're going to need those.
If you can get 2026 rookie picks at a discount,
Do it. It's a good team to do it on.
capitalize. Expect to be competitive heading into the 2026 season.
Yeah. Cool.
Oh, also with the recent, you know what? Actually, I don't want to say that. Hold McMillan for now. He just came off a 2-touchdown game, which is really good. He's looked solid in flashes this year. But with Godwin being on the last year of his deal and coming off of an injury, it's not a guarantee that he's going to be on the Bucs next season. So McMillan's actually a pretty solid hold through the offseason to see where some of those guys end up landing, and then McMillan kind of might be boosted up boards, and then you can shop him in the mid off season next year.
Yeah.
So keep an eye on him. He's going to be an intriguing guy.
Yes. So hopefully that makes sense. I saw you put a comment in Booty Clap King, and just drop the comment when you've got the full trade. You said you got offered something, and we will evaluate that for you real quick. And while we're waiting on his comment, if you guys want to get your team broken down and be here for it, I did drop the link in the comments section to get your team reviewed. I'll drop it again right now, but this will get you a live. If you slide up to the live team blueprint option, we'll review it right now, and you can be here and ask us questions while we do it and things like that. But we do have a couple of openings. We can guarantee we'll review your team on this stream right now. So, and other than that, we're going to be taking questions. You can also submit for questions and stuff. So, Booty Clap. I got offered Puka and a late first for Mahomes. I would take that.
I would.
Yeah. So he said, I don't know if he still do it, but if you can do it, do it.
That's not bad.
So
we're usually not a huge fan of doing that. Like ideally, I'd like to do a quarterback down tier.
Yeah,
but if you can move some of those receivers and get like decent quarterback options in that range, I mentioned Penix. We didn't mention Lawrence or Dak. Lawrence and Dak are both really solid investments right now as rebuilds because they have good contract insulation, and they, again, once they're healthy and playing, they're automatically going to be ranked higher than where they currently are.
True.
So they're just being shorted right now because contenders can't utilize them for a championship push. So they're kind of being forced to move off of them at a discount, and they will do that.
Yeah.
So see if you can go get those guys.
Yeah, I agree. Appreciate you, Booty Clap King. And as you have follow-up questions, let us know here in the Discord or whenever. We do have one that came in from Dominique, and just keep in mind, you did get a Team Blueprint 1.0. If you guys do want the live blueprint here, so we do it right now on the stream, you go through, select your team. I can tell you how to fix this, Dominique, so no worries. Select your team, and then make sure when you're here, you slide up to the option that says live right here. It's like plus $10. So if you want to send a $10 super message the same way right here, super message far right, we'll keep yours in the queue, and we'll just do yours right here on the stream, Dominique. But just let us know, or if you just want a Team Blueprint 1.0, we'll just keep you in the queue. So
we do have a trade from Warrior King.
Yep, and Warrior King's cashing in on his. We appreciate you being a part of the survey, and let's talk about this trade. So this is a Dynasty trade. It's a Dynasty Superflex 10-team start 9. You would be getting here Brandon Ayuk in a mid-first. You'd be trading away Gorindo, A.J. Brown, and Jonathan Brooks. So in my mind, this is really A.J. Brown for Brandon Ayuk and a mid-first here.
I would do that.
The mid-first range this year, you're talking about either any quarterbacks that are going to get drafted, any of the 2 or 3 quarterbacks that we think could go in the first round, or you're talking about the high-end running backs. I'm thinking, or
even Igbuka,
or even
like
or even one. So it's McMillan, it's Burden, it's Genty, and then probably 2 quarterbacks, and then you're into the
Caleb Johnson,
the Omar and Hampton range, Tyler Warren, and Igbuka. So honestly, I would do that. I'm okay with this trade, especially on a rebuild. And you keep in mind this mid-first is in a 10-team. It's going to be a little bit more valuable because the odds are it's going to be like
it could be 4, 5, 6 instead of 6, 7, 8.
But I do like this. And Dom's here. Dom says I'll throw in the 10. Right on, buddy. We'll keep you in here and we'll get yours next. But yeah, I do think, and you guys let us know in the comments which side you'd prefer. Ayuk, obviously, it wasn't good this year. But there's a ton of team investment in Ayuk. We know what he's capable of, and you are completely value insulating your trade here with the mid-first. Not to mention, and when you're looking at I have him ranked now overall, you're down tiering basically 30 spots to Ayuk and then getting somebody pretty much value equivalent to Ayuk exactly in the mid-first. So I'm good with this one, Warrior King. I don't even think we need to give you. So if you have this trade, I would go ahead and take it.
That's good stuff.
But we appreciate you, man. Yeah, let us know what questions you have. So, and to get your trades like that, guys, you can just follow the link I'm going to post now. That's basically how you do super chats now. Instead of YouTube super chats and stuff, we can actually do like specific trade questions and stuff. So if you want to submit a trade, have at it. Oh, I did mean if you do submit a trade or anything, we'll give you a free one. So there's another one for you, Warrior. Appreciate you. We'll give these, and also. I meant to give one to Booty Clap King, but I'll issue yours here in a minute. I'll give anybody who buys a blueprint as well is going to get some free stuff. So we'll give away. You guys get all trade questions and stuff like that. So he said that should end up being the 104. It's getting my pick back. Yeah, then that solidifies. You absolutely are doing that. That's a great move, Warrior King.
Did you answer? Oh, you gave.
Yep.
Yeah. I was just double checking all these.
Yep. So Let's answer a couple questions here in the comments, but you guys can keep dropping your questions. Again, we're going to prioritize the super chats that come to the site. Lave and Tracy for the 101. I would take the 101 all day, every day. Would you? Why would you buy Debo? Yeah, I agree with that. I don't think I'm buying him. I don't think McLaurin ever gets target volume again like Downs, and that could be true because the targets haven't been. They're more than they have been, but they're not crazy. So, so Dom, you just go to the site, and up here at the top right corner is how you do it. So I can show you. When you're on the site here, personalized advice, top right here, far right is the super message. So that's how you do it. Same way you submitted your team, it's just a different selection. So
Ransford asked, "What's the queue like for a live blueprint right now?"
Right now, you get
it's
it.
2.
Yeah.
So we've got BT Wickman that we're doing right now. We've got Dominique's, which is coming up, and that's it.
Yeah. Let's answer a couple more questions.
So if you dropped it like literally at this moment, you would be.
Yeah. Again, right now the queue is to where if you want to get your team reviewed tonight, we can do it tonight. What do you think of Kyler and his value and performance going forward? We were just talking about this. I'll let you answer this one.
I think it's funny how we consistently say that he's being undervalued. I think that honestly his price right now is okay. What is it, like early mid third? I think it's early third technically right now.
Yeah.
And that's okay. I think it still should be like mid to late second. But between the situation in Arizona, which is getting better, and the fact that Kyler, even when he's had kind of a rough stretch here over the last 4 games, production-wise, is still quarterback 10 on the year. I mean, since the bye week, 11, 17, and 19 points. Before that, he had like 28, 22, 21. He had some inconsistent ones there of like 4 and 11, 25, 9. He hasn't been consistent by any means this season.
Yeah.
But his upside and what he offers in the running game is very consistent, and it's very present almost every single game. A large majority of the games, the yardage is there, which is nice to see. We were talking about it, though, because like right now, Herbert is ranked over Kyler Murray, which the irony of that is hilarious because
Given
the
situation
the
we found ourselves in.
the situation, right. And they ended up basically like Kyler skyrocketed, Herbert plummeted, and then they've literally just flipped roles to a point where Herbert is like slightly above Kyler right now, but he's like QB 18 on the year, and he has been even less consistent than Kyler has. So I think there's a couple of guys in his range that we would prefer Kyler over. Aside from the irony, I think Avery and I both objectively prefer Kyler over Herbert at the moment in Dynasty. Like that shouldn't be happening.
Because even if Kyler's not good on the field right now, he's not bad enough to lose a job, and his floor is super high.
Yeah.
So should I keep John Tracy or pawn off for future picks? If you're getting first or a first mid, I'm taking that. Price on Drake May is so interesting. He's going anywhere from the second round of the 6th in the Superflex, which I think is insane. Yeah, that's what happens when you're drafting right now. That's why sometimes it is good to do Dynasty startup drafts like early. Now, because you have a ton of people that don't. First of all, the ADP is not updated on Sleeper, which is why we're not doing a startup mock draft right now, is because we don't freaking have ADP. But you have a bunch of people who, once the ADP is not updated, they're not really keeping track of where players probably should go. I'm trying to think. There was somebody last year that this was a good example of.
Rasheed.
Yes, thank you. Rasheed was high and then he was low.
Yeah.
But I drafted him high and then it looked bad and then it looked great. Somebody that was low and then high was I can't freaking remember who I was thinking of, but
was it Bo?
Some of my best value wins is what I'm trying to say. Some of my best value wins were startup drafts that came like in December, January, because no, it wasn't Bo.
It was that far back.
Because those are all rookies. I mean, Bo was a rookie pick.
So you're talking in December, January.
I'm talking like early. Like I had some crazy value wins.
Well, was there some in the Fundy League?
That's what I was thinking. I
can't
remember who it was.
We have a whole video for
But
that.
I think when Drake May's value settles, to kind of talk about what you're talking about here, I think his value is probably going to be 2-3 turn-ish on average. Who did I get in this league that I was very happy about? I'm pretty sure I drafted Tua super high.
Did you hear Belichick's been in talks with North Carolina?
Yeah, he actually might take that job.
Yeah,
not even kidding.
He said it today.
I have Drake May in the funny
He's like,
league.
Yeah, I'll do it potentially.
My team is not
he
that
said
bad,
he was in
so.
talks.
Yeah. JSN or Garrett Wilson? Probably Wilson still, but Hare? Would we put them in the same tier at this point? Did we have them in the same tier on the last wide receiver rankings video?
Good question.
Honestly, we released.
They're getting pretty close.
Here's the thing, guys. We released those videos, the rankings videos, just like 2 weeks ago. They're already different.
I still slightly prefer Garrett Wilson.
I think I do too, just a little bit. But
Garrett Wilson's consistent volume is ridiculous.
so we did have Garrett Wilson a tier above him, and I do think JSN like deserves his flowers at this point for being a top 5 wide receiver so far this year. We were looking at JSN's advanced analytics before this, and he's very high in route wins. He's first in route wins. He's very high in juke rate.
Helps
He's
when you have a
first
38-point game
in
sure.
slot snaps, but he does have a couple games that are kind of skewing his production. Because in points per game, the other thing is he's just played every game. In points per game, he's 14th.
Yeah.
So he's a high-end wide receiver too.
Yeah.
So I think that's about where he is. I think Garrett Wilson has a little bit more upside than that. I think Garrett Wilson does have
Garrett Wilson's
top 6
target
points per
volume
game
is stupid.
upside. I know it's early. I got the 102, and I'm third in my league. Who should I start looking at? You're probably going to want to take at the 102. My guess is going to be Tet McMillan. I think right now, Tet McMillan would be our 102. It could be any of these guys. Tet McMillan, Luther Burden, Shadur Sanders, Cam Ward, Caleb Johnson, Tyler Warren. I probably don't think he's going to get to the 102, but it's one of those guys probably. I mean, unless something crazy happens.
Yeah.
I guess it technically could be Milrow if something nuts happened, but thoughts on Garendo's value. I'm rebuilding and I want to move him to a contender. I wouldn't hesitate to do that. Garendo is, if you're not contending, if you can sell him for a second, I'm not even thinking about that, right?
No.
Did I tell you about the show I was watching that said, I didn't tell you about this. I was watching a Dynasty show, which I won't say who it is, obviously, said that they would, you don't know who it is. They said that they would trade.
I know who that is.
No, I know. I'm saying.
Sorry, continue.
They said that they would trade Brandon Ayuk for Garendo on a contending team. And I was like, I rewound it and listened to it 3 times. And I was like, what are you talking about? And then I was like, am I missing something about Garendo's value? I mean, that's crazy, right?
What?
Like, tell me if that's crazy. But I don't know. Maybe they're right. I don't know. I definitely don't want to trash them. They're a good channel, but I was very confused. Would you trade CJ Stroud, Tank Dell in a late first in 25 and 26 for Bo Nix and Justin Jefferson? 2 late first there with him, huh? It's Stroud and Jefferson. They probably cancel each other out, and then it's Tank Dell and 2 firsts for Bo Nix. I'd
rather have JJ over Stroud. It's not even close for me.
Well, then in that case, I think you have to go JJ and Nix.
Yep.
So I'm assuming you're on the same page with me there, but
yep.
That's definitely a good trade. He'd say it's super flex. Genty clear cut at the 101. I think it's going to end up that way. You just don't have a strong enough quarterback class for anybody in a super flex league to overtake Genty this year. Whereas you had Anthony Richardson, but Anthony Richardson had far more rushing upside than Cam Ward or Shadur Sanders has, because those guys really do prefer to pass.
He's had rushing upside since Steichen decided to actually utilize him the way he should be.
And with your running back room here, Chase Brown, Pacheco, Garendo, Corman, Spears, I definitely don't think it would be a bad thing if you took Genty. So, but again, it's early. We'll see.
Look at that. That is a lot.
It's getting better.
Well,
once he came back, they actually started using him like that. They stopped being scared.
Like that,
right. Cole gives his team here and
I
says,
think it's because they told him you need to stop.
Yeah,
grimacing on the field. You need to suck it up and play.
Yeah. All right. We'll jump back in to do a couple team reviews here. But let's answer this question. He gives his team and says, I do need to make a move. I'm top of the league. Have a bunch of young, valuable guys on the bench like Brian Thomas. Do I need to make a move? I'd have to spend some time looking at your team, honestly. Like that's what we do with the blueprints. So,
yep.
But it looks like you got some really good players. All right, cool. Let's jump over and where can I request the blueprint on the website? Like I said, I'll show you right now. I'll switch this over again. Boop. Hello. If you guys want to submit, go to the site, top right corner, personalized advice. Okay. Click that button, team review over here. Make sure when you do it, you slide up, do a live review. You can go to the same place and submit your trade questions and stuff like that, and we can put your team on the screen and talk about the trade that you're talking about. Again, slide this slider up right here. Woo, woo, woo. Don't have to give us $300. Nobody's doing that. But it's $10 extra for a live review, 5 if you're a member. So, okay, cool. Let's jump in. I think we got BT Witchman next.
Yep.
Okay, cool. So, Let's answer this super message first. Oh, that's from Dominique. Perfect. Appreciate you, man. Yep, we got it, and we'll do yours right after this. So, and I got Ransford's as well here. So we got 3 on the docket. So let's talk about this. Is this a super flex as well?
This is a 1 QB.
1 QB, 12 team, start 8 PPR. And look at this team, my friends. Traded Pollard for my first back at the deadline. Good job. I'm worried about my running back room moving into next year with the Brooks re-injury. How'd you go about keeping this team a perennial contender? Good question. Defense and kicker 1 QB, so looking to get rid of kicker and defense via league vote. That's good to know. We'll ignore it for now. Your team is almost double.
Holy crap.
The next team in value according to our Dynasty rankings.
This is a good team.
Oh, man, this is good.
Yep.
Oh, man, this is an elite value team and a 1 QB. Okay,
so
12 team 1 QB, this is...
You've got a 9 at quarterback with Josh Allen in a 1 QB. That's auto 9. Running back, you got Achane and Barkley. Brooks is dead. RIP. Jalen Wright, Ray Davis, and Kamani Vidal are all more valuable than Jonathan Brooks now. Am I exaggerating? Absolutely not. Wide receiver, JJ, Chase, Lennon, Brian Thomas, DK. That's a 10 out of 10. Hawkinson is another 8. So
elite value.
Team.
Congratulations, BT Witchman.
What's a rookie draft capital look like? 2025 first because he got it back.
He's missing his 25 second.
No second. Cool.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Nice.
Nathan, is Kyle Pitts dead?
He's dead to me.
I was gonna say he's probably dead at this point.
Value wise, I think it'll be a while until Kyle Pitts is dead because he's just one of those guys that will always get the benefit of the doubt for the foreseeable future because he is still, can you believe it, only 24 years old.
Yeah.
So
that's nuts.
With him, he's gonna be, what was this, his 4th year?
Yeah.
Did they decline his 5th year option?
I don't know if they did.
Did the Falcons decline Pitts?
Do you remember on Parks and Rec where Jerry goes and it's
option.
like, Google, please open my email? And he searches that.
I'm telling you, dude.
They picked it up. That's not surprising me. They're going to keep him on that contract as long as they can.
Yeah, I just don't why would they be incentivized to
I don't know.
Re-sign him, and honestly, why did they do that? Because that's a lot of money.
Yeah.
But don't be shocked if they shop him next offseason.
Hey, if you haven't already, drop a like. If we get 150 likes, we are going to give away a free team blueprint. You can get your team reviewed on the stream. We'll do a drawing for it, but make sure you drop a like so we can hit that goal. All right, so anyways, aside from Kyle Pitts being dead.
What's his record?
10-3.
Nice.
Which is, by my calculation, top in the league.
Yep.
I think there's one 9-win team I saw. So yeah, and this guy who's 8-5, who's contending with him, he has no value, very little value.
His starting lineup is
read his starting lineup so they can hear it.
Josh Allen at quarterback, Achane and Barkley at running back, JJ Chase at wide receiver, Hawkinson at tight ends, and then you are flexing Drake London and Brian Thomas.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
That's pretty nice. DK's on your bench, just low key.
This is really good. We do have, you want to know though, what can you do to continue to be a perennial contender? And that should be the goal. When you have a team like this, that should be the goal.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and do this.
Yeah. So first suggestion and comment here is going to be, don't worry too much about your depth. In an 8 team, I want RB depth more than anything. So just keep that in mind.
So I think this is probably a contend. Just looking at his receivers, his quarterback, his tight end, and then his running backs.
Yeah,
he has enough value where he can refresh if Barkley,
a majority of his value is in the installation of the wide receivers.
Correct, and all of the 4 of those wide receivers are going to be very productive, and all 5 of them.
I'm not going to lie. If you want to raise your consistent production ceiling, this is one of the scenarios where I would recommend that you move off of Drake London and DK.
Yeah, and who do you want to go to? Because again, he's not starting those guys, right?
He is starting London every single week. Again, he's flexing London. So would you rather...
Oh, man. Honestly, you could down tier from one of the top guys to Puka.
Or you can up tier from London and DK for Puka.
Oh, that's what I would do. Yeah. That's what I would do. I want, Oh, wow. We're going to actually recommend trading away Drake London. We never do that. Yeah. I don't know if we've ever done that. because he's never had high enough value. How much do you have to give on top of London to get to Puka though?
You're late first.
Yeah, I would do that.
Yep.
Try to trade your first.
Here's the guys that we want you to trade. I'm going to start with your 2025 first, and say basically help you to up tier. Drake London will be on here as well as an up tier option, and then DK Metcalf I'm just going to put casually wide receiver 1.
Yeah.
DK doesn't really play the alpha option in that offense. So
Yeah, no. Yeah, and then your 20. Yeah, you got your 25.
London,
first.
DK, and your 25 first are the ones that we're going to have you look at potentially moving. And again, just right out the gate here, we're going to have you go for Puka. I do want to give him a running back target here. What's a reasonably priced running back that you like? Because really, with your value,
You should have a good.
keep this in mind.
It's a start 2 running back. Yeah, you're
with,
you're
with
right.
with your roster value, you should be able to get whoever you want.
Yeah, let's see. Because I love that he has A-Chain on this team. I love that
I
he's
know.
Barkley. He's got, in my opinion, 2 of the most productive running backs. And I don't think you want to go as high as Gibbs. I think you want to go down a little bit
No,
here.
I'm thinking like Mixon, Jacobs, Kamara range.
Mixon.
Cool.
Mixon is who I would say.
That's fine with me.
Or Jacobs, honestly. Like both of those guys. If we have room for 2, can we put
I'll
both?
give him an option.
Yeah,
for
and then
both.
also Puka I like on there.
Let's give him a high upside, cheaper guy that he could go capitalize on, like an Ayuk.
Perfect. Just win some value back. Even that's just getting a value.
At
win.
this point, at this point, the way that you can sustain success, and this is going to be your last suggestion and comment, sustain your success by just piling on more value wins.
Yeah, for sure. That's you're literally at this point, and I know you're watching later, but you're playing the market at this point. So
Trades.
drop all your. I mean, like again, your stuff. Put it in the Discord. You're gonna know if you're getting market value wins based on what people are telling you. But
Yep. Nice team, man. Best of luck to you in the playoffs this year.
I think people would accept London in a late first for Puka because I know if I were rebuilding, I would
be
make
looking
that
to
trade.
down tier. Yeah.
I would make that trade actually. So I would it's a fair trade. I would recommend it both ways depending on the situation. So all right, Witchman, appreciate you, man. But yeah, and I see yours right here, Justin. And we got a super chat from our boy Corey, who locked down a buy in the Platinum League. Congratulations. You did kick our butts in that league this year. Thanks for all the tips. You're welcome. I'm glad we could tell you guys how to beat us at Dynasty. It's really fun. The playing field is very leveled when we jump into leagues with our supporters. So we've figured that out here pretty quickly. But let's take a minute and answer a couple comments. You can still submit on the site. It's still pinned. I'll keep dropping the link to get your team reviewed if you guys want a team blueprint, but do want to answer your questions here since you guys are here watching. We appreciate you guys so much. 150 likes and we'll give away a blueprint tonight. We're at 80, so we're a little bit over halfway there. Let's see. What's up, Dalton? Good to see you, man. Let's go down and find a question. Offered Puka and a late first. Yeah, we talked about that one. That was Booty Club King. What do I do with Kyle Pitts? Well, we talked about this, but here's the thing, though. Kyle Pitts still has value. Like, you're looking at
a lot.
So you're selling him. Like, I mean, I don't want him. If he's not going to perform with Kirk Cousins as his quarterback, he's not going to perform, which is insane. The dude is beyond wash. I mean, it's bad.
He's not. I don't know what his route win rate is. Can you look that up?
Yeah.
I just don't think he's a good route runner. I don't think he gets separation.
Well, I mean, he's a wide receiver, but he's big and slow.
Right. So he never developed off of his college tools.
Because I was watching
but
this.
someone did say this, and I thought it was interesting. He very well could just kind of have the Njoku career route.
I lied. He's not
where,
slow. Well, okay, for a tight end, he's fast. 4.49 is fast. But for a
again,
receiver, that's average.
It's not turning into fantasy points. So the Njoku career route, I could definitely see being a thing for Pitts. And again, that took 7 years. So
he's never been top 10 in points per game in his entire career. Even during his rookie season, he wasn't top 10 in points per game.
Yeah, it doesn't shock me at all.
Okay, so route win rate for him. I don't do route wins for tight ends, actually.
That's annoying.
Route participation, 19th. He's 12th in targets, so he's not turning any he's not targeting targets into production. He has 3 touchdowns.
12th in targets for tight ends isn't a lot, though. That's pretty bad.
That's true. That's 4.5 per game.
That's really bad.
He's second in yak, but again, that shows how I was watching the Steelers.
Probably from the 2 big plays that he had that one game.
I was watching the Steelers, and I was watching some of the stuff that Artie Smith was drawing up for Freiermuth, and I was like, why did he not do that for Pitts? And it's because I literally don't think Pitts has like a traditional tight end skill set. He's legit a wide receiver, but yeah, I don't know.
The one thing I will say about Pitts is if you did have an offense that figured out how to utilize him correctly, there could be something there, but you're probably going to have to wait a couple more years for that.
Yeah.
So at that point, there's no reason in owning him at his current price right now. If he's just going to continue to fall.
Got the number 1 overall. Should I draft Genty to pair with Barkley, Cook, and Brian Robinson, or draft Tet to pair with St. Brown's, Pickens, McConkey, and Kirk? That's a decision definitely that I would just make after the draft. Assuming you're drafting after the NFL draft, you know, it is a little, if McMillan ends up in the same tier value-wise as Genty, then sure, you can just go ahead and take McMillan there. But right now, I mean, if you're going to draft before the draft, I think it's going to have to be Genty. But, yeah. Let's see. Have the 102, 103, 104 plus 2 mid-late first. Chat. Should I pick all of them or try trading for someone with any of them? When you have 3 picks right there, I'd probably trade at least one of them. Probably the late one. You can get your 2 guys. Maybe get Tet McMillan and whoever else. Or maybe trade the 102 because the 102 you're really like you're going to be in a tier between the 102, 104. Not deciding that yet, but I'm going to assume you're going to want to trade some here. So. Let's see. Traded CD and pick 112 for Brees, Braylon, and Waddle. What do you think of that?
I probably would have preferred. Oh gosh. Probably would have gone with CD there and tried to look for a better down tier than going for Waddle. Honestly, I'm not a big Brees guy. I'm not a big Brees guy long term. It's not him. It's the situation, and he's stuck.
Yeah.
And Braylon Allen is really good. And then Jalen Waddle, again, by the time he's the alpha option there, he's going to be like 28 because he was an old prospect coming out. So CD, I prefer straight up over Brees and Braylon. And then the 112 and Waddle is not that far apart. I know a lot of people would objectively prefer Waddle, and that's totally fine. But again, I think the gap between Waddle and the 112 isn't as big as the gap between CD and Brees Braylon for me.
Yeah. Nah, I'm with you.
It's not a bad trade. Like I don't think you lost a ton of value. It's more personal preference for me. So.
Does the promo for a Dynasty team review on Underdog only apply to first-time deposits? Yeah, we don't have an Underdog promo, so sorry. Mason does, or he did. I don't know if he still does. But let's see.
Does.
There was another question here I want to watch. Somebody asked about the blueprint. I think that is the price, $79 for a non-member, but it goes down to like $50 when you're a domain MotherFlocker, which you can do even the monthly tier. But yeah, that is again the goal there is kind of to get people to be a site member because you get way better value there. But all right, but yes, I do believe that's for non-members. If you're a member, you're gonna get 15 or 30% discount depending.
Super chat from Corey.
Yeah, I already read it. So.
Oh, the Platinum League thing.
Yep.
Cool.
All right. I'll refresh this real quick. Clear the queue. Let's go to Dominique. And we got 3 here in the queue. So if we do have time. If you want to drop a team review, get your team reviewed live on the stream, we do have time to do that tonight.
Randy's is a 2.0. Randy, let us know if you were wanting to. Okay, cool. Let us know if you were wanting to do a live team blueprint there.
Yeah, we don't do 2.0s live, Ransford, but
yep.
You can let us know. We'll do whatever. My first are looking to be 102 and 103. So this team has the 102, 103. Team's Lads Hurt. It's a 1 QB 10 team start 10. So start 100 total half PPR league. So this is a team with the 102 and 103. Should I look to draft 2? So he wants draft suggestions here. Or should I shop the picks aggressively? So let's give you an answer on that. You're 7-6 this year.
Team name, Lads Hurt.
Lads Hurt. Again, this is a 1 QB 10 team. You've got Josh Allen in this and Dak Prescott.
This is a super flex, by the way.
Oh, man. Sorry about that, guys.
I'm sending them all to Joe.
Okay, so super flex. Allen, Prescott, Stafford. That's probably a 7 or an 8. Probably a 7.
Okay.
Owen, yes, you can get a blueprint without the annual MotherFlocker tier. If you follow this link, you can buy it no matter who you are. So I just dropped the link in the comments for you. It's possible to get a live review, but the 2.0 sent to me when it's done. I don't think we can do that, can we? That's Nathan's call. I don't think we can do that.
No, because our process is a lot different. There's a lot of different elements
say,
that we have for the 2.0. If we were to break down a 2.0 live, the content in there is, again, we spend
a lot more time on that.
A lot more time on the 2.0s. So
it's up to you. Like, if you want a live one, then I can refund you the difference.
Yeah.
And if you want a 2.0, then we can just do a 2.0 for you.
Yep.
But obviously, you can message us anytime with questions because you're one of our boys. So just let me know what you want to do. But it's no big deal. Chase Brown, Tyron Tracy, Ramondre Lloyd. That's 4 or 5. It's probably 5 with these two guys. It's fine. Amon-Ra, St. Brown, CeeDee Lamb, Puka Nacua, Lad McConkey, Josh Downs. This is good. You've got 2, really 3 of the top 5 wide receivers here.
That's a 9.
That's a 9. Yeah. And then Kincaid Smith is like a 5 now.
Yeah.
Kincaid's not doing jack. So
correct.
Agreed. Yeah, Ransford wants a 2.0, so we can move that one out.
Okay, cool.
So
no problem, man.
Hey, did you send us a trade for DJ Moore, Ransford? Because I had Nathan look before the stream. Did he send us a trade?
No, I didn't see a trade. Is it in the platinum?
He might not have sent a trade. You can't just expect us to do all the work, Ransford. You're gonna have to meet us halfway here.
You gotta send us a trade.
Yeah, but
because we're definitely interested in making
shop
deals.
DJ Moore.
Yeah,
but I'm
not sure what your team need is either. If you need running backs, Pollard and Tracy are on there as well. We're not against moving. Do we have Jason in that league?
I don't know.
I forget. I don't remember what leagues we have.
The other thing is,
I've got like a million deals in the works.
We're recording all night tonight, so
the deadline coming.
Yeah. But all right, let's keep it going.
Yep.
And then we got the team grades. So in terms, this is probably a wide receiver factory team. I don't know. I'll let you decide.
Yeah, I think this is wide receiver factory objectively.
Yeah.
What's his record? 7-6. Yeah, so you're probably gonna be making the playoffs here. Let us know if you're winning this week. What are the other records in the league?
He's 7-6. I mean, he says. I mean, with those early, honestly, he might make the playoffs.
He's making the playoffs.
Yeah, depending on his points, but yeah.
Yep.
So
Dominique.
Yep. So wide receiver factory, contend, reload is what we're gonna do. How are they doing a mock? Chris says Dynasty Lane's doing a mock. How? That they are doing a mock. How is theirs work? Oh, they don't have ADP though.
Oh, they're probably dying.
So
oh my
it's
gosh.
gonna suck. So all right. So let's see. Moves here. I think you got a down tier from one of these top 3 guys and kind of bolster your value other places. I think that, I mean, between Amon-Ra St. Brown, CeeDee Lamb, Puka Nacua, I don't know. Help.
Sorry.
Which one? I mean, I'd probably go CeeDee Lamb, yeah.
Actually, what, in a 10-team?
10-team, start 10.
Half PPR? Ooh. Maybe you want to move Amon-Ra.
Yeah.
I think I would move Amon-Ra.
Go for it.
In a half PPR 10 team.
So we don't offer a team review outside of the blueprint. The blueprint's our only team review. So all of the live ones, so we do a live review here and then we are filling out a blueprint and sending it to you like the actual copy. So that's all we offer.
Yep.
But so you just think of it as you get the blueprint free, but
So who are you looking for against if you're moving off of one of these guys? Are you going for a running back?
I mean, let's get London in there. You could down tier from Amon-Ra to
You're
London.
looking for a down tier. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I think so. I think you go down tier. So
that's cool. And Dak, I need to move Dak off the starting lineup because he's hurt. So Stafford, it's just honestly comes down the wash. Okay, so give him a running back target here.
It's got to be somebody for next year too. Yeah, Mixon's fine. Let's look at the teams here. Has
your deadline?
That's
passed?
what I was going to ask. How's your trade deadline passed? Let us know. But
is he in the chat? Dominique.
I'm assuming he is because he was here earlier. So
okay, cool. Let us know,
let us know if
Dominique.
your trade deadline has passed. But I definitely looking at there aren't a ton of like hard rebuilds here. This guy's got Pacheco, Dobbins. You don't want any of those guys. Oh, this is a very even league. Holy smokes. I guess 5 and 8 is probably not making the playoffs in this league. JT, B-Rob, Irving, Charbonnet, no. This is kind of gross. You could go Achan, but you'd have to do it on a down tier.
CMC in the offseason.
So,
buy.
yes, I think Chris McCaffrey's a good buy.
Putting McCaffrey on here.
Yep.
Then we'll go London. Let's give him a tight end target too.
Yeah, very true. Who's a good value in this
Should
league?
we move? Should we move Worthy? I'm probably pivoting off Worthy here, and then I'm going to move Tyron Tracy for a safer situation.
Yeah.
Tyron Tracy has a ridiculous amount of value right now. Honestly, for the specific league format, probably packaging Worthy and Downs.
Yeah.
And looking for an up tier there. So give him another good wide receiver target. Thinking like one of Higgins or Rashee Rice.
Higgins. Honestly, Rashee on this team, actually.
Okay.
I think I'd rather go
And
Rashee
then
Rice.
if we're moving off of Tracy for a safer running back in that range, Montgomery's got to be the play.
Yeah.
Safer situation. Draft capital, remind me, he's got an extra 25 first. Excuse me. Holy moly. Losing my voice. And they're early picks, so
Yeah.
I'll give you a little bit of a boost there. And second, extra 25 first and second. So that'll give you a real nice grade there. So
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to... definitely hold all of your future picks. I wouldn't trade any of your future picks at all.
No.
He's already missing his 26 second. I wouldn't trade any more than that. So
Yeah, so hold all your future rookie picks. Until, at least until they reach peak value.
Yeah.
Type. There we go. Okay.
I would shop Kincaid and Chase Brown both and see what you can get for both of them just in case. I'm not sure what you're going to get for them, but...
I would also say target an elite tight end on top of that. Explore potential down tiers from Allen.
Yeah.
Again, I'll reinforce only taking overpay. CMC, Montgomery, London, and Rashee Rice having you move off of Amon-Ra, Tracy, Worthy, and Downs.
Slim Jim says, is this pre-recorded? It's super not. We're here. Just funny. Nope, not pre-recorded. But yeah.
I guess that's one way to find out.
Yeah, no, yeah, that's a good way.
If we didn't respond.
So, all right.
Actually, yes, this is
a good team. Like, you're going to be set up to win next year for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Thoughts on Jonathan Brooks? Yeah, his value is toast. It's in the toilet. So, sucks so bad. We were so high on Brooks.
Mm-hmm.
But, all right, Dominique, let us know if you have any questions about that. But I didn't see that you had any questions here, so we should be good there. But, all right, we got a trade question from our boy Warrior King. Appreciate the super chat, my friend. Let's talk about this trade. This is a Superflex 10-team Start 9 Dynasty League. He would be getting 25 mid-first and Ayuk. Said 104 pick said no to the A.J. Brown one. So he's asking if he should down tier. Same thing, Ayuk in a mid-first, but he'd be sending on one, or Amon-Ra St. Brown this time. And I don't think I would do this one. I think I'm here.
No, I would stick with Amon-Ra.
So at that point, Warrior, like I think I'm just going to I think I'm just gonna hold. If that's really the price for Ayuk in a mid-first, he's overvaluing Ayuk. And so
yeah.
That is getting
I
your.
don't see that super often, honestly.
That's the one. I know. That's the 104. I
that's-
guess maybe it's the pick he's overvaluing.
I think it's the pick.
But it's not even. You would need two 104s to get to Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Or it could just be shorting Amon-Ra
Yeah.
right now with his lack of high upside production recently.
Yeah. Make sure you drop a like, because if we hit 150 likes, we'll give away a free team blueprint to whomstever.
Yes. How many are we at right now?
90. So
not
60 more. We're getting there. Yeah, we'll get there. But yeah, I'm not taking this Warrior. I just think I would hold for that price.
Yep. What would you add on top?
To get here.
Yeah, let's look at, because he's got his linked team. I wanted one of those.
Jeez, his team.
QBs probably.
Oh, this other team's pretty good.
I would ask for Goff, or I would do London in the first.
Well, he wouldn't do that. Probably.
He probably wouldn't.
He's
Would you do
smart.
Higgins in the first?
Higgins is closer. That's
a lot
enticing.
closer. This dude's team is loaded.
Let's look at his team.
Holy
I mean, his team
crap.
is stacked. Holy smokes. And your team's pretty good. Oh, wait. Why does it say? Oh, it's Dylan Nobby.
Higgins in the first would be nice.
Let's do Higgins in the first, and let's try to get as a sweetener, since Higgins is so much less sexy.
Try Penix.
Add Penix on there.
Yep.
I would do that, Warrior. He would take Gibbs in place of Amon-Ra. So Gibbs for the... No, I wouldn't do that either.
Nope.
No, but I would do Gibbs for T. Higgins in a first as well. Again, Gibbs and Amon-Ra, you've got something there, man. So definitely like TB Raptors. Let's go to this one. This is a trade question. He would be down trading from Mahomes for a mid first and Drake May. Personally,
Not enough.
really in a 14 team Superflex? I personally am doing this.
I want something a little bit better than McMillan.
Hold on. Let me.
There is still significant value in owning Mahomes compared to Drake May on New England.
But I mean, how much value? I only have them 11 spots apart, and that's on purpose. I don't think that's a first for an 11 spot drop.
I have Drake May as high as you do.
So
but
I feel
again, there is some inherent risk with making that move that I think needs to be made up a little bit more than taking McMillan. Let's look at the league ID and let's see if we can get someone better than McMillan that has higher upside there. Even if you were to get like a second instead of McMillan, I would prefer that. Chuba.
I would do this.
Yep. Chuba.
Try this TB
there.
Raptors and see what you can do.
He should bite on that too.
Yeah.
Because I would consider that if I were getting Mahomes, honestly.
Yeah, I would too.
That's a pretty fair deal.
Yeah, so here's the link if you want to get your team reviewed. We have 2 in the queue right now, which means if you submit for a live team blueprint right now, you get the blueprint, but you also get it reviewed live, and we can guarantee we'll do your team blueprint right here on the stream tonight. So happy to be looking at some Dynasty teams tonight. But JB Terrell 94, Daddy Trump is his name. How about that?
Nice.
Based JB Terrell. How about that? He says this is you need to check this to make sure it's 1 QB for Superflex.
Yeah.
Missing the playoffs this year, and I'm set to have a top 3 pick this year, along with an extra first each year through 2027. Keep that in mind. Currently, my main focus has been selling off old players and holding for player value to drop and buy the dip. Sounds like you are very good at this game. Let me know what else you would do as I get past this rebuild. All right, for sure. Let's talk about this. So your team is top here in the power rankings, probably because you do have a top 3 pick here, and it's taking that into account. And you do have an extra 25 and an extra 26 first, and he said also extra 27 first. He has 2 firsts each year for the next 3. So Superflex, or it is a Superflex. It is Superflex.
It is Superflex.
Okay, so that's just reading wrong tonight. But this is going to be a Superflex still 10 team. Caleb, Dak, Lawrence, Michael Penix, and Will Levis. I mean, oddly enough, those are 5 guys that you could end up starting every week. We're definitely going to be up tiering here. But in terms of the positional grade there for quarterback, I mean, I think you go 7 or 8. I mean, 7 in a 10 team, it's going to be a 7 just because you have so many guys, and we can turn that into an 8. I think you can do it pretty easily. So, because some of those guys are still going to hold value, even if it means dealing Caleb, which I think we'll recommend you do. Achane, Allen, Bigsby, Benson in a 10 team, that's probably a 5. It's just Achane there is probably.
But Benson has value. Braylon has value because Brees has been hurt and he's been looking good. Spears, Bigsby, all have value.
Neighbors, CD, Thomas, Reed. And then nobody else. That's solid though.
Solid 7 or 8 in a 10 team. Probably is. What do you think? An 8?
In a 10 team, I'd give that probably a 7. No, it's an 8. It's an 8. Yeah. And then McBride Komet is an 8.
Yeah.
So that's I mean, I let you decide. I think that's well rounded to me in a 1 QB.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, well-rounded, because I would expect this team to be very competitive in 2025.
I think so too. I think so too. And looking at this year, he's 6-7, 11-2, 10-3, 9-4.
He said he just missed out of the playoffs.
He did say that. Okay, yeah, because
we'll
at this point we know.
we'll treat this as a 2025 team.
Cool. So next year you'll be
contending.
contend, reload. That's what I figured too. Yeah, he's got some good future value here. This is a really well built dynasty team.
I mean,
right here.
we could consider this a future value team given all the young assets.
I think.
Wanted to.
I mean, do future value teams ever
switch? I'm going to switch it to future value.
And it would be
I'm going to switch it to well rounded.
Yeah, I was going to say. So
because you're going to be contending next year.
Let's package Caleb Williams and maybe Penix. And let's go buy low on an elite QB. I don't really care who it is, but it needs to be somebody with rushing upside. So it needs to be one of Burrow. No, Burrow. Why did I say Burrow? I'm an idiot.
Silly boy.
This guy has Stroud and Love. So, okay, where are all the freaking rushing upside? There's two of them right there. Bo Nix. Hurts.
That he's a rushing
QB. I know.
That makes me so happy.
Hurts, Allen, Daniels, and Lamar and Kyler. Boom, right here. Got it. This guy should be somebody you are talking with right now. You want one of these QBs on your team.
Yep.
So put Lamar and Kyler, or Lamar or Kyler, one of the two. I don't care. Okay, cool. You sure? Because Lamar's gonna be significantly more expensive.
You're technically down tiering from Caleb Williams if you go get Kyler.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we could try it. Yeah.
I'll just say rushing QB.
If not, then you can. What you can do is go to get Kyler, but you'd end up just making a swap, which I would make the swap honestly.
Yeah.
And then what you can do if you do that is trade some of your other quarterback value for some other positional value.
Yep.
I think HN I like holding here. I'm not going to down tier here.
Nope.
Let's down tier from Malik Neighbors. And I want Drake London plus here.
Yep. That is going to be.
He said, "Feels like I have to force running back picks this year. Is this short-sighted?" I don't think you have to force them by any means, but I do think you're gonna. If you have good value, it'll be a good way to build your running backs. And if not, if you don't end up getting them in the draft, then you can just build them through trade. There's going to be good veteran running backs that are going for really cheap here very soon. So keep that in mind. But it's a good thought. And typically in the third and fourth round of Dynasty rookie drafts, we take running backs anyways. And then your last trade here. I would pivot off of Jaden Reed. Yeah.
Agreed.
And he still has value.
Actually, Jaden Reed, let me add to that. Jaden Reed and Braylon Allen. I'm going to add on here. I would specifically go take advantage of the guy who owns Brees and give him Braylon Allen. Those stacks and insurance plays are becoming more and more valuable, honestly.
Yeah. And then you can go get who you can go get. I'm going
higher upside.
You can get somebody pretty good with these.
Consistency.
Rashee Rice.
Yes.
Make sure, add London back on there.
Neighbors down tier. We already had London. Give him another good wide receiver in that range.
If I had to choose, honestly, put Rome Odunze as that's fine.
Odunze is a good. I'll do Odunze.
They're both good.
That's a good target.
And then your draft capital grade is going to be
probably
higher.
Going to ask why sell Caleb Williams if I'm going to go target Odunze, because stacks don't matter.
Stacks are irrelevant. So, hey Evan, I see your questions, and we will go through these when we review your team. So appreciate it, man. Hey, 98 likes. We get to 150, and we're going to give away a free team blueprint to somebody tonight. So
how many are we at?
Should drop a lot. 98. So
nice.
We're getting there.
Okay.
So, let's see. Yeah, extra first. The draft capital grade is going to be higher. I'm going to say hold your picks through this year all the way to the draft. Don't be afraid to deal your 26 first next year in the season. That's just getting your value in this year.
Say that again. Sorry.
Hold your 25 picks until the draft. Next year, later in the year, when you're contending, you can consider moving your 26 first. So, but definitely not trading any of them now at all. So, you're going to need them.
In this format, this is a start 100, or no, it's not. It's a start 90.
Yeah.
So
upside
is
paramount,
more important in this format. Up tier to raise your starting asset upside. To raise the ceiling of your starters.
Yeah. And then Let's see. What else do I have for you?
I would probably prioritize targeting RBs in the rookie draft because you do have Achane, and that's kind of it.
Yeah. So, all right, man.
If the value falls.
Yeah. All right, we appreciate you, man. Let us know, Justin, if you have any questions while we're here on the stream. We can ask you. The guy's contending he isn't really. Yeah, okay. I have a third pick in late first. I have the third pick in the late first, so those are his picks as well. Oh, he wanted draft. He wanted some draft. He wanted some draft advice as well. I think right now.
Well, that was one.
Yeah,
for the targeting running backs.
I think right now we're gonna say running back, but let's revisit this and let's just kind of come back and ask us on a stream what we think as we get closer to the draft. So we appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. Like I said, ask us questions anytime. But all right, I'm gonna refresh, see what blueprints we got in the queue right now. We have I think it was Evans. Yeah, Evan, we've got yours. Bender, I've got yours, and then we've got our Griff.
Bender, do you mind uploading your
Sleeper League ID
in the chat, not the YouTube chat, because it thinks it's spam or whatever. Go ahead and drop it in the chat on the site.
Or drop it in the Discord.
Your submission.
But yeah, Bender, if you have that, we'll need your Sleeper League ID to do your blueprint. So, okay, cool. All right, appreciate you guys. Let's see. I answer a couple questions here while we're waiting. And then we'll get right back to these team reviews. Where was I at? Is Puka a top 5 Dynasty wide receiver?
Yes.
Pretty much, yes. Is JSN a top 11 wide receiver? Yes. I would say at this point he probably is.
Probably top 14 or 15, right?
I mean...
Who's in that range? Let's look.
We had him at 16 on our last rankings, but I think he's moved up a little bit.
I think it's close because you've got a ton of guys that are in the same tier in that range. Do you prefer Brian Thomas, London, A.J. Brown, Garrett Wilson, JSN's? Do you prefer JSN or Ladd, JSN or Pickens, JSN or Rashid? You prefer JSN over Rashid?
Right now, yes. Yeah, I mean... yeah, I think so. So... somebody asked how you get a review. There's the link. You can also get a free one at flockfantasy.com/domain at the annual MotherFlocker tier, and you can upgrade it to a live one. But yep, there you go. That link should take it to you, Tucker. And then make sure you select live. You just have to slide the slider up. If you're a member, it's like $5 extra to get it done live. If you're non-member, it's $10 extra to do it live. So that's basically what we charge to do them live on the show. But hopefully that will hopefully let us know if you have any questions. Just make sure it says live blueprint when you submit it. So all right. Let's see. So I'll answer a couple more here while Nathan's getting that up. Traded Rice, Walker, and Marvin Harrison Jr. to get Amon-Ra, Gibbs, and Judy. That's a huge W. It's not even close. Comeback player 2025. Diamond hands everyone hold. I'm assuming you're talking about Pitts. Waffle says he sucks. Contender, who are you targeting with your late first? I want to get a multitude of guys like Sutton Montgomery. I like a Terry McLaurin. I like getting a Joe Mix in there. So the productive running back Derrick Henry, those type of guys. I want to get somebody that's going to potentially like win me a league or win me weeks in the playoffs. I want to buy Chase. If I offer Tyreek Evans and Diggs for him, do I have a chance? Probably not, but I would prefer Chase there. So you can try it, Torsten. Appreciate you, man. Sup, Father's Figure. I want to drop in and say we still Pitts at an all-time low, and I slept great at night. I don't feel like I feel like you should feel good about that. So, yeah, that's true. It is.
That's funny.
That is true. You have to tell Mason this, Chris. That's pretty funny. But all right, cool. Let's.
Gosh, so many J's at quarterback.
Good night. That's insane. All right.
Jaden, Jalen, Jarrett, Jacoby.
Let's jump
Jordan,
over and do Evans.
Jake, Joshua. Any other J's? Jermaine. Joe.
This is all right. Shut up.
Who?
This is look at his team name: Jalen, Jaden, and Jalen. Are we holding Achan? And we are holding Achan. Yeah, he's a good value. Still, this is crazy. Okay, Evan. Says the roster is reflecting how I tanked to the 102 in the last couple of weeks. I can throw together 5 IDP spots for next year, which is fine. Would like guidance on any trades before the deadline tonight. Okay, let's get some. We need trades for this like
Deadlines tonight.
now.
Okay, right now.
I feel like I need 3 running backs, a third wide receiver, and a tight end upgrade
We'll
to compete
expedite
next
this
year.
one and get it sent to him.
Yeah,
ASAP,
we'll send you this one here very, very quickly. So, all right, cool. Your team is, clear first in value here. You're 6 and 7 this year, but let's look at your team. Daniels and Hurts and really nobody else is a 9. Almost a 10. Would be a 10 with a good third string quarter. Oh, is this Superflex? Superflex, 12 team start 8. So a little bit shallower.
Is it another?
Wow. Yeah. Okay. Running back, that's probably a 2 or a 3. You can decide, Nathan, what you want that to be. And honestly, I think that's great because it looks like you're kind of reloading here. Neighbors, CD Lamb, Tillman,
That's
Godwin. That's it's a 7 or an 8.
6.
You for Neighbors and Lamb? You think it's a 6?
And a start 8.
Yeah, and so
Sure.
it's upside. I would give it at least a
Yeah.
7. And with some depth, it's easily an 8 or 9.
It's a 3.
Yeah. Dual elite QB is going to be the build here. So
what's his record? 6 and 7.
Yeah, so he's going to be we're going to put it for this year. It's going to be rebuild,
contend.
Yep. And then he did say in the chat, there are 2 questions he put in the chat, and this is actually helpful. And this is perfect because this is exactly what we would have done. Rasheed is not available.
Okay.
Would appreciate any other ideas. The deadlines tonight. Also, the 2 seed ones Hurts from me, which is perfect because we were going to down tier anyways. So Hurts down tier, and let's find this team, the 2 seed. 10 and 3 is the 1. 9 and 4. We have 2 9 and 4 teams. We have 3 9 and 4 teams. So which one is the 2 seed? I wish I knew. Chris is right. You're seeing down tiers. That's what when you're a domain sicko, that's what you see before you die is down tiers.
Yep. Let's just eye both of them and see what relevant targets we got there on the 9 and 4 teams. Amon-Ra.
Yeah, see, this is tough though. Like
Jay.
he would be down tiering to another quarterback.
This guy's got to be the 2 seed because he had Puka this week.
That's true, and he doesn't have a quarterback.
Yeah.
So we could down tier to Knicks plus something. I like that. Yeah. We're gonna guess, and Evan, you can let me know if it's not this guy. Then I will check the last 9 and 3 guy. 9 and 4 guy. I said that. It's probably not this guy. No. It's probably this guy right here.
Who's the other guy? What quarterbacks did he have?
He had decent quarterbacks. Williams and May. So I don't think it's him. I think it's definitely this guy.
Gotta be this guy.
Okay.
Oh man. Dude ain't selling Puka. He's probably thinking about selling AJ Brown.
Yeah.
Unless he wants to stack.
I don't think you're getting one of those guys with Bo Nix anyways. I think you're gonna have to go lower than that. So. I mean,
his firsts are gone.
You could try AJ Brown though. I think AJ Brown and Bo Nix somebody might buy it on. It's unfair, but I think somebody might buy it on it.
Mm-hmm.
Star 8 makes it hard to down tier, right? It does. However, the reason we're down tiering here, and honestly, maybe then at that rate but it is a super flex. The reason we're down tiering here is because we need upside at other positions. So we really need running back or more wide receiver upside even.
Look at his draft capital real quick to take a note on it.
Yes.
We got 2 extra 25 firsts. 2 extra seconds and an extra third and an extra 26.
2 extra 26 seconds. 3 extra 26 seconds.
Okay, so
he's got a lot of draft capital here, which is good. That's a lot to work with, but
extra 26 first, 3 extra 26 seconds. That's a good grade, man.
Yeah, it's very good.
That's some good stuff right there. Okay. I'm pivoting off Neighbors.
Yeah.
If you don't want to down tier from there because you can't, that's fine. Pivot.
To Puka.
Again, I don't know if he's going to do that as a contender, though.
Who?
The guy who owns Puka.
Oh, that's the same one. Yeah.
Yeah. Scroll down and look at some of the other teams.
What kind of teams you want? The rebuilds or?
I don't care. Probably the fringe rebuilds.
Marv?
Nico or Marv is not bad. Those are both down tiers technically.
This guy's not in the playoffs either. That's crazy, actually.
I would look at Nico.
Yeah. Let's put Nico on there.
Yeah. Marv, really, honestly. Marv is not a bad
Who has
one.
Purdy? Who does have Purdy? Where is Brock?
Brocketh Purdy.
There. This guy.
Want to give him another quarterback target?
No, well, Chris was just asking who has Purdy. But, he could do Purdy plus Rasheed.
He needs a third
But he said
quarterback.
he can't get Rasheed from this guy. So
Yeah, so I'll look at Bo Nix and Brock Purdy.
just whichever
as,
one.
as either of those. Yeah,
And then
for
A.J.
those
Brown,
guys,
Nico,
A.J.
I
Brown
like.
and Nico.
So he's obviously gonna be wondering about running back. That's gonna be like because he's gonna need running back next year.
Yeah, so make sure this will be in your suggestions and comments. First off, your depth is going to be like a 2 out of 10. Take shots in the later rounds of your rookie draft on day 3 RBs.
Yeah, for sure.
That's a strong recommendation for us.
I'm
So all the numbers point to.
I'm gonna say buy
value
some
upside there.
veteran running backs low this offseason. And those are guys like Alvin Kamara, James Conner, who just got a contract, David Montgomery,
I would
who's
say
always slept
after
on
the NFL
after
draft.
the NFL draft. Well, I don't know. I get a lot of my
After.
veteran running backs pretty cheap right after the
you
season.
got them really cheap in June and July. Remember how much all those guys that we were recommending you buy for?
I got- I mean,
were
I got-
super
I
cheap.
got-
Kamara was going for a second. Aaron Jones was
But
going for
I'm
a
telling you, I
third.
got
Conner
Kamara
was
cheaper
going
than
for
that
a
in
third.
January. So they go cheap right when the season ends too. Because it's the furthest away from the season and they have lost another year in age. So I definitely don't think it's a bad idea to shop for veteran running backs early because I do that I do that all the time.
I'll just say before and after.
The worst time is right before the season and around the NFL draft.
Okay, so final suggestion here. Don't down tier too much.
Yeah, because upside is important. Hey chat, I'm down 22 in the flock league, 21. If I win, I get the 2 seed, I get the bye. And I have T. Higgins. Is T. Higgins getting me 22 tonight or am I screwed? It's going to be close, I know, but
Okay.
all right.
Bo Nix, Purdy, AJ Brown, Nico Collins. Don't down tier too much in the league because you will need high starting asset upside to compete
Yeah.
in this format.
Yeah. Cool. Draft capital. Make sure you bump that up. Yeah, you did. All right, Evan. Yes, this is solid. You got some top heavy assets, which is good. We'll down tier a little bit, but get some other. Again, your trade targets here are going to be high end guys.
Yeah.
I like your draft capital though. This is a solid team. So we appreciate you, man. All right. I think Bender sent his league ID, so let's check that.
Perfect.
I'll go back here to answer a couple questions while you're working on that. Where did I leave off? Okay. All right. Anthony says I have the 101, 104, 109. I'll pick Genty. Lost Brooks. Should I keep the other picks or trade them? AJ Brown owner willing to part for the 104. I would take AJ Brown over the 104. For sure. So I would do that. What's up, Boston? Good to see you, man. Yeah, on the site it says $3.50 for a super chat. Be able to actually type the question. You have to tip $1.50. Why not just make it $5? I didn't make that. I have no idea. I've never even done a super chat on there, so I didn't even know that. How do you feel about Rice 1, 2, and a third for CD and Dobbins before the injury? Well, before the injury, I probably would have been. No, actually, I think this is. I think it's fine. I think it's a fine trade. So Dobbins doesn't really matter in that trade. Chase Brown 104 early second for HN, Hubbard, and Jacoby. That's a good question. Honestly, I think I would hold there. I think I would hold. I think you've got more value insulated. I think you've got more value insulation on your side. So Theo Johnson or Ben Sinnott. I think right now I would probably take Theo Johnson, but it's close.
I'd take Sinnott still.
Yeah. If you have the 101,
didn't Theo go on IR?
in terms of, I don't know. Maybe he did, and then if that's the case, I would change my answer.
Yeah, he's on IR.
Okay, I'll take Senate. Never mind.
He had a pretty bad injury.
Oh, that's right.
A
Yeah.
Liz Frank joint. And,
That's right. I do remember that.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you have the 101 and don't take Ginty, what rookie would you take in the right situation over him? It's hard to say right now. We're going to have draft capital, but in terms of talent, the guys that are going to be in that conversation are going to be Cam Ward, Shedeur Sanders, Tet McMillan, and Luther Burden, I think. Maybe Caleb Johnson, depending on where he goes. So, all right, you ready to go?
Yep.
All right, let's jump over and go to our next blueprint. We've got 2 here in the chat, so if you do want to get your team reviewed, you are going to be able to do that, and we can review it live on the stream here. Here you go. I just put that comment in there. I don't need to put that twice. My bad. All right. Bender. Clearly a rebuild. I'm curious what I should do with my picks. I have the 101 in 25, 106 in 25, and then 2 late firsts, 2 early seconds. Okay, so 101, 106.
25 first.
Yes. Outside of that, are there players close to the rookie draft to trade my picks for? And then what is Chase Brown's value? Chase Brown's value is probably a late first right now. I think there's a lot of debate on whether that's fair or not, but I don't think it's that. I think it's probably fine. He's been very good this year. Yeah. I'm gonna plug this in. He put his he put his league ID in the chat, right?
Yes.
Perfect. I'm gonna copy that. And then I'm gonna go to the my teams. This is how you do it if you guys want to link one of your teams as well. And then team. Oh no, actually, sorry. I need to link a new team. I got a bunch of people's teams that have done like this down here. So, and then the team name here. Do you know what it is?
Yeah, it is King Nasty.
Perfect. And this is a 12 team. Can I have the settings for this one?
Yeah, this is a 12 team Superflex PPR no tight end premium. Start 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Okay, cool. And you said it was King Nasty. You are going to be number 4 in our power rankings. This is the team with CJ Stroud, right? Perfect.
Yes.
All right, I'll let you start with the team grades.
All right. So Stroud and Penix and Cousins at quarterback. That at this point is, probably a 5 or a 6. What do you think? What do you think the value is of Penix and Cousins right now?
It's a 5.
All right.
Yep.
Then we got Bucky and Singletary. Bucky alone will give you a nice little 3. That's, again, the only guy that you have there. Wide receiver, you got BTJ, Olave, Xavier Worthy, Tank Dell, George Pickens. Nice little lineup of guys there. Again, in a start 9. The upside isn't like unbelievable or anything like that, but that to me is a pretty solid 7.
Yeah.
Tight ends, again, Sinnott and Goddard, it's going to be a 3. So this is definitely a future value team given all of your
picks.
25 firsts.
You got a ton of picks.
A lot of picks.
Look at his 26 stuff, too. He's got an extra 26 first, through 2 extra 26 firsts.
Oh my
So, like, he's got a really good draft capital score. So, yeah, definitely future value.
It's a really good team.
What are we doing, Bucky? I guess this is gonna.
I gave him an auto 3 with Bucky. He's top 50 now.
Well, he's a top 10 back.
Skyrocketed up boards.
But what I'm saying is, are we gonna recommend people move off of him at this price?
I don't know yet. I have not looked into his metrics enough yet to know, and it's gonna be really tough to figure it out because of all the committee backfields that we're seeing in the NFL.
I like this roster for his build. I would down tier from CJ Stroud first.
Yep. I honestly find it difficult to see Bucky lose value in the offseason because they're not going to draft a running back. So if anything, you can just hold him and then reevaluate his price as it potentially climbs in the offseason. Unless he falls by default with a bunch of guys jumping him.
Dude is a top 10.
He's been really efficient.
Top 10 back in efficiency while being like top 40 in snap share. That's ridiculous. Holy crap. That's might be part of the reason, though, that he's so efficient.
Mm-hmm, yep. So, again, then he's like, does he strike you as a boom-bust guy? Because he hasn't been consistent production-wise week to week, but his boom weeks are so boom.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. And he's
But
got
again,
he's got good
it's
receiving
like,
upside.
It's like 18, 5, 12, 5, 6, 15, 17, 27, 27, 2.
Yeah.
So it's tough.
Okay.
I'm like really neutral on Bucky.
I think I am too for now.
Yeah.
I'm getting to the point where I'd probably sell him though.
I don't blame you, honestly.
Just with the value being as high as it is.
Yeah.
So down tier from Stroud, who do we want to target there? Kyler.
Yeah.
And then
I'm moving
Again,
Worthy and I'm moving Dell.
all right, I'm good with that. I just moved Worthy. I sent you that trade, but
Yeah.
so good QBs to target off of Stroud include, Kyler Murray, Jordan Love, Justin Herbert, Bo Nix, Drake May. That's where I would go with that.
Let's put Drake May on there, actually.
Okay. Yeah, because he does need another quarterback for next
Yeah,
year.
I'm gonna do May, because May's gonna be a little bit lower than Kyler.
Let's do Rashee Rice for this team for sure. Just try to get him as a blanket target. And Keon Coleman.
Ayuk's gonna be more in the price range of Worthy and Dell, so I'll put both those guys on there.
Those are the guys
Coleman
I'm targeting.
and Rashee.
I mean, I might freaking
What is
target
his record
Keon
this year?
Coleman everywhere.
So you like Coleman too?
Yes,
You're growing on him.
because when he's played, he's been good.
Yeah.
So like that's the thing. His
Yep.
value hasn't gone up because people aren't
He's-
just giving him the automatic benefit of the doubt, but he's
Yep.
been good when he's played.
Yep.
So yeah,
To me,
I like him.
To me, he's screaming.
I do. I think so too.
I don't know. It's just
I definitely think
we
so.
knew he was going to be a developmental wide receiver. We
Right.
knew it, and he's already shown what he's capable of doing in decent flashes. As a really one of the more raw prospects that we've seen.
Yeah.
Like, in my opinion, heading into the NFL, I think he was more raw than QJ, and he's shown more than QJ has.
Yeah.
And better flashes because he doesn't have rocks for hands.
Yeah. No,
So-
I 100% agree.
Yeah.
And he did say his firsts were early, right? I'm pretty sure he said that.
He did.
Okay,
Yep.
so
Good draft capital grade. I got you.
we've got all that. Yeah. So hold your picks all the way till the draft, and then consider dealing a couple of them. Honestly.
Wait for them to reach peak value and then shop one or two.
Yep.
I will say feel free to start shopping for a discount elite tight end, for a discounted elite tight end in the off season. There's going to be a couple of them.
Mason said he's really needing fewer than 21 points for Higgins. I actually asked if people thought I was going to get it, and I don't think anybody said anything. So that must not be good.
I don't think it matters what they think. I think it matters what Higgins does.
Look,
profound
I
is
love
that?
how whenever Mason comes into one of our streams, people instantly hound him about what he's putting out.
Mason.
Like, when are you doing a live stream? When are you going to put out Dynasty videos? That's what you get, Mason. Get with it.
Boo.
I'm hoping T gets it. I think there's a good chance, but I'm honestly not super convinced that the Cowboys are going to be in the game, and I think they're going to start running the ball a bunch, which would suck. If T.
Yeah.
Higgins gets a touch, if I get
Now-
this though, I'm going to be very happy.
That's also giving the benefit of the doubt to Zach Taylor being a competent head coach. And
That's true. Well, and the defense is really bad, so I think I got a chance.
I think Dallas has a good shot of scoring a lot of points, honestly.
21.03 points for Higgins is what you have. All right.
Who's our official Heisman finalists? Want to see?
Hunter is like the minus 5,000.
Yeah.
Expert opinion from Nathan. Doesn't matter what people say, matters what people do.
No, I said it matters. I said it matters what Higgins does, not
Oh
what
my-
people do. I said it doesn't matter what people say, it matters what Higgins
Nathan,
actually does.
Mason, that's why people come here to listen. They want to hear. That's what they want to hear.
You misquoted me. Go rewind it. Have better listening
He
skills.
just corrected himself. Calm down. Jeez. Nathan's all upset because 2 moves lost him the Flock League this year. So all you have to do is not.
I'm not gonna lie. I would be more upset if it weren't self-inflicted.
Yeah.
If it were like a load of bullcrap, like a kicker dropping 50 million points on me the week I needed to win, then I would be honestly a lot more ticked than I am.
That's a good question.
But it was 100% within my control, and I dropped the ball. So, and Mason, you better be freaking thankful because, oh my gosh,
I mean, he beat you twice, so I don't think he's scared of you.
it doesn't matter. He should still be thankful he's not facing me again. Third time's a charm, you know.
As everyone knows by now, Nathan's specialty is his trash talk.
I've got a couple good names for the turkey hat.
Oh, gosh.
One of them was hilarious. Did you see one of them?
No. What was it?
It was Brock Jefferson. If you know, you know.
Oh my gosh, that's funny.
I was gonna call him BJ for short.
Nathan does have the best team in the losers bracket, so that's true.
Yeah, I think I'll be okay. If anything, I know that my floor is about 120 points, and every third week, or every 2 or 3 weeks, I drop like 150.
How
plus.
hilarious is it that Bush is going to be the guy that loses that league? That's so funny.
That is pretty funny as the commissioner.
Yeah.
I'm already looking forward to next week.
Mason,
next year's draft.
I hope you know that with the way the bracket is going to fall, if I don't win tonight, you literally have a cakewalk to the championship, especially if Joe is in. So, yeah, it's going to be consequential whether or not T. Higgins. I mean, it's going to shake up that whole freaking playoff bracket. But let's get into a team review here, and let's do our boy, our Griff. Then we got another one from our boy.
Well, we got one more comment for King Nasty.
My bad. Go for it then.
Go for it. Keep taking value upside shots on wide receivers primarily. And get a solid third option at QB. Okay, there we go. Now we're good. What are you looking at? You watching the IU game?
Yes.
Why are you doing that to yourself?
I'm not watching the IU game. You're an idiot.
Oh.
I was checking something.
Oh.
All right. Now we're good?
You said yes. About the IU game.
Nathan, move on.
Yeah, no, we're good. Our Griff is next up.
All right.
You can start talking.
Cool. Panhandle Pirates here. I feel like we've reviewed his team right here. Trade deadlines pass and reloading for 25. Traded Tank Dell and J.K. Dobbins for Rasheed Move Saquon, Christian Kirk, and Noah Fant for Brees and JT. Yeah, that's a pretty solid trade. That's actually really solid. I got my first in 26 and 27, but no picks for 25. I tried to take as many value as I could with reload and wondering how to sort running backs out. Good questions. All right. Again, Panhandle Pirates, fourth here in the power rankings. This is a 12 team. You'll have to tell me if it's a super flex or 1 QB, but no, Mark, not go Irish, go Hoosiers. None of that here.
Hoosh.
I hope you guys get ready. I hope you guys are ready to get beat at home by IU. That's embarrassing.
Yeah.
Not anymore.
And learn how much of a fraud Notre Dame is, like they are every single year. There's no love outside of South Bend for Notre Dame in the state of Indiana.
That is the truth.
Let's make this
That is the
very
truth.
clear. They don't even like their own state. So
You're in enemy territory, Mark. You had to have known that was coming. I want to go really bad. The tickets are $1,000 a piece. It's insane.
Holy crap!
It's
mean, dude, it literally. If it's a good game, it could be like
game of a lifetime for IU
the
fans.
game of
I know.
the state of Indiana. So, yeah.
We wouldn't know anything about spending a lot of money on tickets, though.
No, not at all. I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, so
What are you even referring to?
I'm not.
No, you're not. I don't
Okay,
think so.
Mark. Okay, I'm glad you knew. I'm just making sure. You had to know that was coming. But it's going to be a good. I am excited. The line's only 8. I do expect it to be that close. It's going to be interesting. Notre Dame, good at running the ball. IU, good run defense. Very good run defense.
Next week.
So
I think OSU has like a 7-point
the
leg
nosebleed
up on Tennessee right now.
The nosebleed is about $1,280. It was about $1,300 last time I looked.
Oh my god!
It's insane, dude. It's insane. If they go down, I'm gonna go. But I like.
Wow.
I also have to fly out from Cali for the game. So you are going to the game. Dang.
Good for you.
I
man.
want to go, but again, I don't think I can justify that.
Take some pictures and flex.
Right. That's like having AirPods. It's like you're the richest person around if you go to the IU Notre Dame game or have AirPods.
Seriously?
Yeah.
They're just AirPods.
You wouldn't get it. You don't have an iPhone, so you don't. You
AirPods.
literally.
AirPods are compatible.
You have
with Android.
AirPods?
Yes, they're compatible.
Why do you have an
with
Apple
Androids.
product, Nathan? Why would you have an Apple product?
Because I literally got them for free.
You got AirPods for free.
Yes, I did get them for free.
Would you have gotten AirPods if you didn't get them for free?
No,
I figured.
but I had them for free. So I don't.
Oh, I see, Mark. You're saying you would have to fly out from Cali.
They're
that makes
nice
two of us.
casual listeners, but like I prefer my
Are they the new generation ones though? The ones with the noise canceling stuff?
like the brand new ones.
Are
No,
crazy.
I just got like
I actually really like it.
I got like the big Bose speakers because I felt like it, or not felt like it. I got them for my birthday.
Are you stalling? Let's review this team.
No, I got the Bose ones.
All right, let's go.
I was just.
Come on.
Am I not allowed to talk about different speakers
No,
for your ears?
not Bose. Not in this live stream. Thank you.
Not Bose. Panhandle Pirates. We've definitely done this one before.
Did I seriously just get you flustered over AirPods? That's all it takes.
No, I'm not flustered.
You are.
No,
when
I'm
you do the
not.
voice crack imitation thing, when my voice doesn't crack, that's when you're flustered. That's like that's level 1 flustered. Everybody knows this.
I don't even know this. What do
I
you
don't
mean?
tell you this stuff. All right. Mahomes made Geno. That's a
Does
7.
it say 1 QB again?
It's literally all of them. Just
Yeah, I
tell
know.
him it's all of them.
I am telling him it's all of them, but he said the more the better.
Okay.
So I'm giving him all of them.
7 for quarterback. Ow. Dang it.
You good there, Willis?
Whacked my hand. Frick.
Did you just like? I heard like all of your knuckles crack at one time.
Yeah. Hall, Kyron,
What'd you
JT,
do to
Jones. That's
yourself?
like an 8 at. It might be a 9, 8 or 9 at running back. So honestly, it might be a running back heavy team.
What's our grade at QB? Probably another 7.
I said 7.
Or 8.
I said 7.
I missed it. Okay.
Well,
This is an 8. Yeah, a running back. Wide receiver. We got London, Reed, Rice, Flowers, Adams. It's a
Sutton.
nice little 7 right there.
Yeah.
And then Hawk and
Kittle,
Kittle
Hawk, 10. All right.
That was cute. We said it at the same time.
Okay. How are you? So you're okay. What did he say in his thing?
Nice team.
He doesn't have his 25 picks. He's reloading though. So this is going to be probably.
What's the record? 5 and 8.
He's 5 and 8. He's not going to make the playoffs.
Rip.
Which sucks. You've
That
got
is a
all these
bummer.
running backs. So
Yeah.
I mean, I think
That is a little bit of a reload team. So
trade deadline's passed. I think too. So.
oh, yeah.
Yep.
Maybe
What do
we
you
just
think?
go with well-rounded then, and then move some guys.
Yeah. Okay. So I definitely think you just like
It is pretty well-rounded.
you can't trade any of these running backs now, but
This
I
is a
still think at the
well-rounded
beginning of the offseason, I don't know. We're definitely moving a tight end, so we can move one of Kittle or Hawk.
So
you choose.
no 2025 draft capital. No
Yeah.
25
But he does have all of his 26, 27s.
rookie picks.
He does say Superflex. So what's up, Griff?
I'm treating this like 2025, by the way,
Okay.
since the trade deadline is passed.
Okay.
So we're gonna say you're definitely contending next year. Boop. Okay. What was the one thing that you said?
Move on to the tight ends. You pick.
Oh yeah. Well, I'll say either.
Okay.
Hawk and Kittle are very close to each other, so I would just say get another guy from another position. Let's down tier for Mahomes. Shop him, and then let's do this thing called. Are we gonna move running back or are we gonna move Reed? If we were to move running back, we'd move Brees.
Yeah, I would move running back. I think it
Move
would be
Brees.
Kyron, but whatever.
You move Kyron?
Yeah, I'm.
Really?
He said,
Kyron's a lot
I'm
cheaper than
concerned with
Brees.
Brees' situation,
So am I.
but might be able to get JT to Bob and the Rebuilders. All right, let's do that. Let's look at that. Let's just find, see if we can find a trade.
Okay, let's do this. Brees / JT. Move one of them.
Okay, so oof. Well, okay. So you can get Ayuk plus for one of those guys. He wants JT though. So JT moving to this team, who would you try to get here? Sucks because you can't get Nico, you can't get Bijan, you can't get Achan.
Well, you would probably go for Ayuk downs if you were to do a down tier.
I think I would go. I think you would be able to get one of those guys.
I think you could get Bofa.
Okay, well you can put both of them as trade targets then.
If you wanted to do a slight up tier, which I'm not necessarily against because your depth is decent. His depth is more than decent. He has really good depth.
Yeah.
Oh man. If you wanted to up tier, I would explore an offer for Nico Collins on that team.
Yeah, I'm fine with that too.
So I'll go Ayuk and down since you're on the stream and you're listening. You know, if you can get Nico for a slight up tier from Jonathan Taylor, I would see if I could capitalize on that opportunity right there.
Yeah.
Let's give him so a quarterback to down tier, and then we need to give him a big name wide receiver to target.
Okay, quarterback down tier. Purdy, yeah.
Hello, Brocketh.
Broccoli. And then what's the other one?
We need a big name wide receiver. He's down tier from Mahomes, which is a big move. He's pivoting off of one of JT or Breece Hall. I think Puka's a good target, yeah. Off of a 40-point game, it might be tough. If you can't get him, you can shop for BTJ or Drake London.
He has London.
You have London. You can shop for BTJ or AJ Brown or Nico, like we already said. So, and moving off of one of Hawkinson or Kittle should help you get another one of those elite wide receivers. So that will be my number one suggestion, and you'll be able to tell us based off the targets, but try to get your hands on another elite level cornerstone wide receiver.
Yeah.
And then we are also going to probably suggest, again, just reinforce.
Yeah.
You'll be fine with just one elite tight end. A second one doesn't give you an advantage.
Yeah, give him some picks here. Have some pick advice. Just tell. I mean, I would just say trade or hold all of your picks.
Don't trade any more rookie picks. You've already traded away quite a few.
So he did say I tried talking with the CD owner before the Dale Saquon at the deadline, but didn't get back to me in time. Would have preferred CD. No, you still got a value in, so you're good. I think you did a good job. So
yeah,
and I keep all your future picks as well. So
it's a lot of cornerstones, man.
Yeah. This is a really good team.
Really solid team.
I'm honestly surprised you're not in the playoffs, though.
Yeah, it's a bummer. It would have been the injuries with losing Rasheed, Devontae Adams not doing well to start, Jaden Reed losing consistency, Hawkinson being out, and then JT not being consistent to start the season, and Mahomes disappointing. Drake May taking a while to come on.
Yeah,
because Drake May wasn't starting. So, you're going to be in good shape next year.
Yeah, I think so too. All right, we appreciate it, man. All right, you want to get the next one pulled up? This next one is going to be Da Asian and team name Pickens Nuts. Pickens D's Nuts.
Nice.
And you're third here in the power rankings. But the thing is, there are two very dominant teams here in what is a 10-team, probably a super flex. He said he got screwed consistently, like third in points for and max points for. What did we say he could trade Hawkinson for? We did a good question about that.
I said, well, specifically, if you're gunning for a guy specifically in that range, you can go for an Ayuk, you can go for a DJ Moore. If you wanted to go for another running back, you could do that as well. But if you're wanting to get another one of those elite wide receivers, I would probably package one of those elite tight ends on top of like a Mahomes down tier, or moving off of Breece JT, and then go get one of those elite wide receivers like Nico, Puka, BTJ that we had mentioned. So.
Yeah. Okay. Wow, Hot Shower Farts, that's a name.
Nice.
This team is stacked, too. Very top-heavy, but good team. All right, let's do it. You'll have to refresh.
It's been a minute. Okay. Hello, IU up by 13 points at half.
Ugh.
That might be the Pacers, but...
No, it's IU.
Okay, cool.
And no, I haven't watched an IU game since the Louisville game, so... Seriously.
Good for you, man.
I stopped watching.
I'm impressed.
You should be. It's the first time in literally my entire life.
That's better than me with the Colts.
I am rioting.
I still voluntarily go and...
I'm rioting, dude. I'm pissed.
So you're not going to the games, or are you just selling your tickets?
I'm selling all my tickets, but they're selling for $1. Like, you can't sell tickets right now. You can go to an IU game for free. It's nuts.
That is really bad. They need to...
Wow, this is a fun... these are some fun team names. Diana was murdered as one of them.
Pickens D's Nuts. That is really funny.
It's Diana funny that she got murdered?
No. The team
How would you say that?
Funny. Dude.
Jeez, Nathan.
CJ Stroud.
The morals of an alley cat.
Lawrence and Gino.
Okay, yeah. Anyways, no, in a 10 team, is it a super flex? It is a super flex.
Yeah. That's
It's a
gonna be
7.
Yeah, and a 10 team, that's not a lot of upside either.
Yeah.
I might even go a 6.
Yeah, he did say it's a super flex league. Yeah, we got you, buddy.
Yeah. I'm done spamming his chat, even though he said it's fine. Okay, so Stroud, Lawrence, Gino, we're going to want to go for a higher upside guy there. I'm already going to put in your suggestions for moves. Let's get a rushing QB in exchange for Stroud, and I'll just auto drop Kyler in there. At running back, you don't really have any cornerstone level guys at running back at the moment, but still a decent grade. I'll give you a 3 there. And then at wide receiver, we got BTJ, Pickens, another team with Reed, and then you got Odunze, Metcalf, Ayuk, Tank Dell. Solid depth there, honestly. That is almost an 8 with depth alone, but again, since it's a start 80, I'll stick with a 7 and stay conservative. With Hawkinson, you'll get a 7 there as well.
Yeah.
So your record is going to be 4-9. Let us know if the trade deadline is passed. Do we hear that?
I don't know. He's in the comments.
He told us trades he's done through the season, so I would assume the deadline is already passed.
Yeah, is the deadline passed? He's in the comments, so
Okay,
he'll tell us.
Yeah.
But
let us know. I'm going to look at the rookie picks here. 25 first, 25 first, extra first, no second, and yeah, extra fourth.
Did you? No, yeah. You probably already said that. So.
What did I say?
He said it has passed.
It has passed.
Yes.
Okay, that's good to know. So looking ahead to 2025, is this a contending team that we see in 2025? Probably not yet in a 10-team high upside start 10 format. I'm going to give you future value with the rookie pick value that you have right now. Your depth is not bad at all.
He also has
really good depth at wide receiver. So again, one of the recommendations that we're going to make here is in a start 80 format, you want to be looking to make up tiers and raising the ceiling of your starting asset upside.
Yeah. Hold all your future picks. For sure.
You've got 2.
Yeah, and the
so
one's
honestly,
a late mid, so
we're
gonna down tier here from.
Keep all your rookie picks until they reach peak value.
Yeah, you've already got it. Okay. Reed pivot. Did you put that one in yet?
Not yet.
I want that one. Let's do a Reed pivot.
Let's package Reed with another guy to kind of build off of the
Tillman?
start 80 format. Yeah, that's a good one. And then probably Tank Dell and DK Metcalf. We can upgrade from there as well.
Okay.
So those are just, again.
Chase owner is open to trade him any suggestions. He has 0 wide receiver depth. At that point, I would try to go Brian Thomas and I would Brian Thomas and DK. I would do Brian Thomas, Jaden Reed as well.
For what?
For Chase in this format, absolutely.
Yeah.
Actually, I mean, I'd probably do.
I'll go ahead and drop. Chase.
I would do Brian Thomas and I would consider doing Brian Thomas and Pickens.
Yep.
Yeah, we'll put Chase as a trade.
I'll drop Chase on there. I'll have you target
6
2026 rookie picks. Yep. And we've already got Kyler as a target for you, so we got Chase. Let's get him another wide receiver. That's a decent value right now at the moment in a half PPR high upside.
And we could put Coleman on there.
I would actually look at JSN.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
If you can get your hands on him.
Consider shopping Tucker Craft. And also, somebody else down here I wanted to shop. And also Tyjae Spears.
And
Tracy, yes.
Tucker Craft, Tracy.
All those guys I would consider.
All of them.
So.
Yep. And a 4-9 team, future value.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably going to take a little bit. So if some of your younger guys work out in 2025 that you take shots on, you have a decent chance at being like middle of the pack competitive in 2025, but expect to really start making a push in 2026. We gave you 2026 rookie picks as targets: Kyler Murray, Jamar Chase, JSN, and 2026 rookie picks. And we're going to have you look to trade Stroud, Tank Dell, DK, Jaden Reed, and Cedric Tillman. Yeah, you'll be just fine. Your depth score is going to be pretty high here. So again, take advantage of that depth up tier where you can to raise your starting asset upside, and target guys that have value upside. High production upside and high value upside are guys that you want to target. So
yeah.
Yeah.
All right. And then you had another one. So wait, is this is the one we just did, isn't it? Yeah.
Yep.
Why did it not mark that as complete?
Did you mark it as complete?
I did. There we go. Okay.
Did you now? Did you?
Oh, he said made a bad trade sending JSN away. He also said Chase owners open to trade him. Any suggestions? He has no wide receiver depth. Anything equivalent to a late first, I would trade for Chase Brown. However, I'm not looking on. Actually, you're not competing next year, so I wouldn't send any trades for Chase Brown. So, all right, appreciate it, Asian. But I think we'll wrap it up there. We've got about half an hour, 45 minutes before the game. Again, T. Higgins, 22 points. Please let it happen. But we appreciate you guys jumping on. We'll be back on here. We'll have some videos this week. We're going to do a Risers video. But if you haven't already, head over to join the Discord. You can join through the Flock site. But you get a free team blueprint and our 2025 rookie draft guide when you sign up with the annual MotherFlocker tier and you use code DOMAIN. Team blueprints, what we're doing tonight. We can do them live. We can do them and send you just the blueprint. We can send you a 2.0. You get both those things. Like I said, flockfantasy.com/domain. Make sure you use code DOMAIN. But yeah, it's been awesome hanging out with you guys. So appreciate you guys a lot. Have fun. Have a good week. We'll see you with the videos this week, maybe live on Friday as well. We'll see you later.